It's time for the Daily Zap. In the NBA Finals Game 5 between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Miami Heat. With Miami, it's always about the big three, but in Game 5, the role players stepped up big. Mike Miller had 7 threes in this ball game, 23 points. Norris Cole got involved. Shane Battier knocked down 3 threes of his own, and LeBron James was content to find the open man on the perimeter. Mike Miller, I mentioned 7 threes in 8 attempts, but the big three would have something to say about it before all was said and done in Game 5. LeBron James ended up with a triple-double in this one, 26 points, 11 rebounds, and those 13 assists on the night. He was a man with a purpose in Game 5, of course, plagued by the cramps late in Game 4 and had to sit out the final minute. But LeBron James, a man with a purpose, the title, and the MVP of the NBA Finals, he looks a lot lighter with that monkey off his back. The top 5 plays from Game 5 of the NBA Finals. We work our way backwards. Number 5, Chris Bosh, the big block on Kendrick Perkins. Perkins criticized in this series for not having the athletic ability to stick with the big guys of Miami, and Bosh comes up with the big block. At number 4, it's LeBron. LeBron James, the MVP of the NBA Finals, right there, sticking to the offensive glass. Those rebounds gave him a triple-double, 26 points, 11 rebounds, 13 assists for the King, who finally gets his championship ring. At number 3, we talk about the big three from Miami all season long, in fact, for the last 2 years. But the role players playing a big part in Game 5, specifically Mike Miller. This guy has been banged up in his entire tenure with the Heat, sometimes looking like he can barely get up and down the floor, but the stroke is still pure. He was 7 of 8 from beyond the arc in this one, 23 points in 23 minutes, coming up big at the most opportune times as the Heat got some key contributions for the role players in the entire series. At number 2, the only Thunder play of the night to make the top 5, Kevin Durant, rising up above the Miami defense for that slam. Going baseline, it's tough enough to block his shot at 6'10" and a high release. Even harder to try to block that shot. The number 1 play of the night in Game 5, Miami getting it done defensively. Good team defense. Mario Chalmers gets the tip, and then the lob to Dwayne Wade. Tough catch with one hand in midair. And the Miami Heat causing turnovers all series, and they are great in transition, illustrated by D. Wade. Miami, your NBA champions, and that's your top 5 for Game 5 of the NBA Finals.
They need one road win.
Battier hits a 3. Mike Miller has come on for Miami. Miller will try a 3-pointer. That's good. Off the ball. Miller will try another 3. Back-to-back threes. They love this kid Cole. How tough he is. Puts up a 3. Puts it in.
It's the only turnover where you're double penalized as Miller lines up another 3.
Mike Miller 3 for 3 from downtown. That's what's keeping him in the game. Chalmers hits a 3. James kicks it out. Miller for 3. Bang! Mike Miller 4 for 4 from downtown. James lowers the shoulder. Chalmers hits a 3. James drives, kicks it out. Battier for 3. Again! Another 3-pointer for the Heat in the lead. Back to 11.
When they could have given in.
Battier hits another 3. James with Durant on him. Bosh will try a 3-pointer. That's good! Everything going down for Miami. A 22-point lead. Miller for 3. Puts it in. Mike Miller, 5 for 5 from downtown. And the Heat have blown this open. Miller, another 3. 6 3-pointers from Mike Miller. Miller tries it again. Bang! Mike Miller on fire. 7 3-pointers. The Rockets and Magic back in 1995 each hit 14 3-pointers in a finals game. The Miami Heat have tied that tonight. Mike Miller leading the way. And here's what he said to Doris Burke at halftime of this game.
The threes made by your team are a large part of the separation you've been able to get. What's opening those clean looks?
Well, they got to double LeBron.
And it started with LeBron James. Again, one of the great passers this game has ever seen. Putting the ball on time, on target, 13 assists tonight, 20 points. But it's the deep penetration, the forcing of double teams, and the unique vision and strength to throw that pass across.
Game 5 of the NBA Finals Thursday night. Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant in a 3-1 hole as the Thunder try to stay alive against LeBron James and the Miami Heat. LeBron, of course, plagued by those cramps late in Game 4, getting stretched out before this one. Miami in transition, Dwayne Wade with the lay-in on the other end. Frenetic pace this entire series, and Game 5 was no exception. Both teams getting up and down the floor and finishing above the rim. Then LeBron James getting in the act early on, hanging and hitting for the bucket and the foul as Miami taking an early lead. Then off the pick and roll, LeBron finds Chris Bosh, who drives baseline for the slam. All three of the big three getting involved early for Miami. But the role players got in the act too. Mike Miller had himself a night. Buries a three right there. Miami up 28-19. Kevin Durant, the baseline drive. Jeff Van Gundy on the telecast, and that's one reminded him of Tracy McGrady over Sean Bradley a few years back. You remember that dunk? Kevin Durant cuts the deficit to 5. Second quarter now, Chris Bosh with the block on Kendrick Perkins, and the Heat going the other way in transition again. LeBron's got it, and he finds Shane Battier. Eventually, Dwayne Wade finds him in the corner. Battier misses, but LeBron gets the offensive rebound, finds Bosh in the paint for 2. Then, LeBron James finds Miller again. He made his first 4 from beyond the arc. Miami stretching that lead out. Once again off the turnover, Mario Chalmers finds LeBron for the lay-in. 53-36. Then it's LeBron. He had 15 in the first half, taking his time, fading away, eluding Serge Ibaka. Miami led by 10 at halftime. Russell Westbrook just 4 of 20 from the field in Game 5. He misses the 3. Serge Ibaka there for the putback as Oklahoma City scored 7 of the first 9 points in the third. Kevin Durant losing the ball. LeBron James getting it, finding Chalmers fading out beyond the arc, and Chalmers knocks down the 3 ball. Back to an 8-point advantage. Then LeBron James again, playing with a purpose this entire series, this entire postseason, in fact. Content to find the open guy on the outside. That time, it's Shane Battier knocking down the 3 to push the lead back to double digits. Here comes Oklahoma City off the Miami turnover. Kevin Durant finishes on the alley-oop. He had 32 and 11 as he desperately trying to keep the Thunder in this one, 69-60. LeBron to Battier one more time, and when you see these shots start to fall, you just think it's that kind of night here for Miami. LeBron finding Bosh, and once more, the acrobatic shot goes CB at 24 and 7 for Miami. Then it's James, the drive hanging, and it's just one of those nights. It really was, as Miami getting everything to go. Bosh and James finding ways to get it to go. It's 82-63, make it 88-63 as Mike Miller downs another 3 ball. Then the Heat going on the defensive one more time, stripping Kevin Durant. Dwayne Wade coming on the other end. Westbrook trying to hold him down. Wade too tough. Gets the bucket up and the foul. 95-71 at the end of the third. It was just a finality in the final 12 minutes. Mike Miller, how about this guy? Playing through injuries, 23 points in 23 minutes, 7 of 8 from beyond the arc in this one. Dwayne Wade putting his finishing touch in the ball game. He had 20 points for Miami. And then Wade off the miss there. LeBron going to the offensive glass once, twice, bucket and the foul. He gets a triple-double with those rebounds. 26 points, 11 boards, 13 assists for LeBron as he and Wade taken out at the 3:01 mark in the fourth quarter to a rousing standing ovation. And those two celebrating on the sidelines in the final minutes as Spoelstra gets the Gatorade shower, and LeBron looked at the jubilation. Looks a little lighter without that monkey on his back now, doesn't he, right there? Oklahoma City very gracious in defeat. Kevin Durant taking it hard, but congratulating LeBron James and the Miami Heat. 121-106 is the final. It's the Larry O'Brien Trophy, raised by Mickey Harrison and the rest of the Miami Heat staff and team. And LeBron James, he's your MVP of the regular season. He's your MVP of the NBA Finals. The Miami Heat, your NBA champions in 2012.